Political godfathers should know that they will not last forever. And once you put a political godson in power, once he gets the power, it's all over. When you go back to Kano, there's a long history of people fighting with their political godfather. Kwankwaso's own political godfather, Abubakar Rimi, had a disagreement with Aminu Kano. While he was governor, they had their disagreement, they had their falling out. I don't see why Kwankwaso should be nervy about it, because this is not the first time it has happened. In fact, this is the second time. That was how he said he was a political godfather of Ganduje. But Ganduje left him, and Ganduje has forged on.
Fellow Nigerians, no be small something. Godson not the lawyer again to Godfather. Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State has officially dumped the NNPP for the APC. A move that sparked fierce reactions across Kano's political landscape. Now, so Godfather Kwankwaso come para. He come brand January 23rd as World Day of Betråyal, making the declaration before a massive crowd of supporters who gathered at his residence in a show of solidarity. This kasala go pass Wike and Fubara Ono. Make una watch the video.
This is as reactions trailed the resignation of Governor Abba Yusuf from the New Nigeria People's Party. National leader of the NNPP, Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, declared January 23rd as the day of betrayal and received thousands of supporters at his home on Sunday, in a show of solidarity. Kwankwaso shared details of the visit in a post on his official Facebook page. He said the supporters were from Nasarawa local government area of Kano State. Now, the former governor thanked them for standing by him during what he described as a difficult time. According to him, the visit was a show of loyalty and courage. And of course, this also comes as Commissioner for Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Yusuf Ibrahim Kofarmata, resigned from his role as commissioner, citing what he described as a departure of the present administration from the political ideology that brought it to power. While addressing his followers, Kwankwaso declared that the state is about to move from light to darkness.
Amma yanzu za a koma gurin da sai dai a sinke hajiya dal. A jihar Kano za ku ga tsari daga haske an koma.
All right, well, he did speak in English in another video where he did say that the state is moving from light to darkness. Now, as social media users reacted to developments in the state, a video from the 2023 gubernatorial election has surfaced depicting how Kwankwaso and his supporters held vigil at the INEC headquarters in a bid to protect the NNPP votes after the election. So they can be seen breaking to hold prayers as they watch over the collation process, which would have started later. But you can see this was led by Kwankwaso and his followers at the gubernatorial election. He's there as well, and several other notable individuals. So mixed reactions coming in. Some people are behind Kwankwaso, saying, well, look at the huge sacrifice he made. He stayed up all night to protect the vote. And other people are saying, well, if you support Kwankwaso, how can you not support Nyesom Wike? Some of the thoughts, Rufai.
Okay. See, the truth is this. Political godfathers should know that they will not last forever. And once you put a political godson in power, once he gets the power, it's all over. Like I said, it's not everybody that will be Ododo. And I said that for a reason. Because it's probably Ododo. I have not heard him have any squabble with his political leader, Yaya Bello. I don't know how they do it, but they do it so well. Secondly, when you go back to Kano, there's a long history of people fighting with their political godfather. Kwankwaso's own political godfather, Abubakar Rimi, had a disagreement with Aminu Kano. While he was governor, they had their disagreement, they had their falling out. I don't see why Kwankwaso should be nervy about it, because this is not the first time it has happened. In fact, this is the second time. That was how he said he was the political godfather of Ganduje. But Ganduje left him, and Ganduje has forged on. Ganduje has also had his own political son in Ganua that tried running. There was the opposing candidate to this governor in the last election. So why is Kwankwaso feeling frenetic about it? It's the game. Once you give your political godson power, there is no how he will want to find his path for himself. And that is what is happening. And it's a message to all political godfathers out there that think that they are all in all. Before you became a political godfather, you were subservient to somebody. So there's no big deal about it. For me, the challenge is just the reason at which they are saying they want to align with the center. And didn't they know all of this before? Is when the fight started, they say, oh, they didn't allow me to appoint commissioner, appoint this and all of that. I think for Kwankwaso, the best is, if he still owns the NNPP, now he should start looking for another political godson that he will throw into the election to fight against this person that is there. At least he looked for somebody, he supported somebody to be able to fight against Ganduje in the 2019 elections, if my memory serves me right. Abi? So let's stop deceiving ourselves. There's nothing too emotional about it. And let me make the final point, Vibai. Plus, the political father and the political godson, they don't care about you and I, the Nigerian people. They care about how they can appropriate Nigerian resource for one, their own control, and two, for their own livelihood. And that's why they are so quick to look for the social media influencers that's going to help them abuse on social media and give them motorbikes and all of that. It's not that deep. It's for their own selfish interests.
That's it. Dr. Bati, will he be allowed to wear his red cap? Because Governor Yusuf is still wearing the traditional Kwankwasia.
Why will Kwankwasia stop him already red cap?
Today, that is going to formally, register as a member of APC, along with the 22 members of the House of Assembly, 8 members of the House of Representatives, 44 local government chairmen in Kano State. Maybe when he formally joins the APC today, he will maybe remove the Kwankwasia camp. However, what Kano politicians say is that there is a difference between the NNPP and also the Kwankwasia. Kwankwasia is a political ideological movement of Kwankwaso. NNPP is the party, and NNPP, we have been told, is troubled. But the main thing here is Kano is a very important state in the election calculus. If you want to be president of Nigeria, you win in Kano, you win in Lagos, you win in Rivers, you get the numbers. So they have 44 local governments, close to about 20 million voters. So what you are witnessing is a battle for the soul of Kano politics, battle for the control of Kano as we approach 2027. Now you are going to have Governor Yusuf together with Ganduje on the same side, with APC at the center trying to grab Kano. Now, how much influence Dr. Kwankwaso has in Kano State will be tested again this time around. And whether or not he himself will end up going to join the APC remains to be seen. But one issue of concern here has to do with the relationship between godfathers and godsons. Godfathers, as we are beginning to see, also die. One godfather was deposed, some kind of regicide, in your state. We've seen an evolving regicide in Rivers State. We've seen it, I think, in Anambra State also, and in some other states across the country. I think it is important for these persons who call themselves godfathers to realize that a time will come when the son will also aspire to become the father. And that's why we have all these tension, conflicts in many states in Nigeria. But the story is that Governor Yusuf doesn't feel free enough. Administrators are appointed for him, councillors are appointed for him, party chieftains are appointed for him. It can be quite suffocating for you to be a governor like Fubara, a governor like Abba Yusuf, and you are not allowed to exercise your own authority. And now we hear that he has been promised automatic ticket in the APC, which he was not sure of in the NNPP with the influence of the Godfather. So basically, politicians are looking for power and they want to survive and they also want to grow. So that's an area of concern that we have to continue to look at. I made a point that when eventually he declares, he will become number 31 of the governors, out of 36 governors and FCT. There are only just about 5 persons who are not already in the APC. But how that will affect the 2027 process remains to be seen. Because some analysts have also said, well, some of these governors are pretending. They will just join the APC, they will collect money, they will collect second term, but that they may not mean well. And that they cannot dictate to the people. As Sanatu Musawa was saying, she was saying that, look, voters in the north are sophisticated and politics runs deep, in that part of the country. So you never know how the game will play out. And Yaga Africa tells us in the National Voter Intention Survey that enthusiasm towards 2027 is highest in the northern part of the country. So all of this we can feed into the equation.